Good morning. Welcome back to another year bolder. I know I'm a mess. I literally woke up, got my husband's lunch ready, fed the dogs, and he's out walking them right now. He just finished getting ready. So I'm gonna have or show you what I'm eating again today. Gosh, I'm really a mess. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I've been eating English muffins with eggs on them, and for some reason I'm in love with that, and I'm going through that phase where that's what I want. So for breakfast today, I think it's going to be an English muffin and some celery sticks. I think that's what I have. And then later today, probably spaghetti and maybe some bratwurst. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'll take you through the day. You'll probably see me change shirts later because I'm going to take a shower, brush my teeth, take a shower, blow dry my hair, wash it, all that in just a little while. So I'll show you breakfast first and then we'll go from there. But again, welcome to another Boulder. I am on a weight loss journey. I am trying to get fit, get healthy, lose weight. I am doing this slow and steady. I'm not in a rush. I did lose 15 pounds the end of the week before last. This week I lost almost a half a pound, but not quite. I do know what I did wrong, and you'll see that video. It'll be posted prior to this one, and I'll tell you. I'll go over some of the things that I know that I did wrong last week because I know that I did them. Anyways, let me show you what breakfast is, and I hope you enjoy this. What? There was this one time at band camp?
Catch that?
No, I'm catching it now, though.
Okay.
What was this one time at band camp?
Well, there was one time at band camp where you had a portable stove.
I didn't have a portable stove.
And threw some toast stuff in there. Only for a little bit. That's all it took was a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
Next thing you know, the fire alarm.
I caught. Okay, so what he's talking about is we had a fire in our building, like 2 weeks ago. I think it was 1 to 2 weeks ago. I can't remember exactly. We're on the 4th floor. All of the fire alarms started going off, and I had just finished cooking, and I thought it was me. I thought maybe I burnt whatever I was cooking, and then I realized it wasn't me. So I opened up the door and looked down the hallway. It was covered in smoke. I could barely see the people that were roaming down the hallway, and my husband's in the background, and we hear him. It was covered in smoke. One of the apartments, I ended up coming back, grabbing my dogs, leashed them. We walked down the 4 flights of stairs because the elevator shuts down at this point. And walked down the 4 flights of stairs, and while I'm walking down the stairs with the 2 dogs, I've got 911 on the phone. And once they finally came, turns out that one of our neighbors caught their stove on fire, and it was pretty bad. Luckily, it didn't go. Sorry, he's trying to take my food. Luckily, it didn't go any further than that. They had to leave their apartment for just a short period of time, but everything's well now. Anyway, what he's saying is the last apartment that we lived in, stop, he's trying to take my drink and everything. The last apartment that we lived in, I caught the stove on fire twice. Actually, I caught the stove on fire once and then the oven on fire. So technically 2 times. And that's what he's referring to. And he's messing with me right now. So you're going to see him. They can't even see my drink, so they don't know what you're doing. This is what I deal with. Normally I film once he's gone, but he's still here. Once he's left for work already. Anyway, that's him. All right, let's get back to my breakfast. Okay, so I've got my water in here. I've already closed it, but I'll try to show you without spilling it. So it's got my water with the raspberry, True Lemon Raspberry Lemonade. Sorry, he's making noise. True Lemonade Raspberry Lemonade in there. And then for breakfast, I've been addicted to these egg English muffins, so you're probably going to see them for a while. I'm not big on breakfast food, so I don't eat a lot of them, so this is something I like, something I enjoy. Fast carb is the English muffin. The protein are the 2 eggs. Cream cheese is my fat, and then the celery is my slow carb. Well, let's see if I can show you. There you go. So that's what I'm having for breakfast this morning. And it's really good. Hope you enjoyed our little story. I'll see you again for lunch in just a little while. So I did eat my snack probably around 11:05. For whatever reason, I forgot to film it. Probably because I was just hungry, grabbed a snack, and went about my business. I washed my hair, took a bath, working on the laundry right now, so I've had a lot going on. But I had 2 little chocolate Reese's pumpkins, and they're about 170 calories for the 2 of them together. Because I'm a female, my snacks have to be between 100 and 200 calories. For males on the diet-free plan, it has to be 200 to 300 calories. These do, however, have seed oils in them, but I was craving Reese's. I have found quite a few recipes for homemade Reese's Pieces cups. So I am going to try those in the future, and I'll definitely, you know, I'll show what I try, and I'll let you know which one I did try and if I like it or not. Because I do tend to crave these a lot or want these often because I just love peanut butter and chocolate. Anyway, I'm about to have lunch, so I'm going to show you what I'm making. Last night I did make some spaghetti. I just made it with ground meat and some little spiral noodles I have from Costco. Anyway, because it is a mixture of a fast carb, which is the noodles, and the ground meat, which is the protein, I can have 2 fistful, which is my portion. And I did measure this out. This spoon is about 1.5 portions, so I can have 3 of these spoons full. Not over the top, but full. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. So this is a little bit over the top just because I can't get it completely even. So it's going to be 3 of these spoonfuls. So that was 1. This is 2. And then this is going to be the 3rd one. I want to make sure I get a decent amount of noodles because those 2 were a lot of ground meat. All right, so this is 3. All right, so this is going to be my portion because remember, I don't count calories for my meals. And that's a pretty good size, so I'm going to warm this up and then I'm going to eat it. I can tell you how last night was really good. Okay, so I did refill my water. That's what I have in here. I'm going to be drinking that. And then I do have the pasta. Ooh, almost lost my spoon. Pasta is the fast carb. The ground meat is the slow carb. There are tomato chunks in there and a little bit of bell pepper chunks. I don't know if you can see those. So that is the slow carb. This is really hot, so I don't want to hold it in my hand for too long. But I'll go ahead and take a bite. Really good. It's delicious. Sometimes I'll add sour cream or I'll add cheese to my pasta. I'm not doing that this time just because I'm really hungry and I want to eat it. And I don't feel like adding anything else to it at this time. But just stay tuned. I'm going to have dinner next. I have no idea what I'm going to have. So I hope you look forward to that. Okay, so I have fed and walked my dogs. Now I'm going to eat dinner. My husband is on his way home from work a little bit early today. He got hurt. He slipped and fell down some steps and he hurt his back and his side pretty bad. So he's on his way home now. He should be home shortly. So I want to make sure I have everything cleaned up when he gets here. So all he has to do is, sorry, my shirt keeps on. All he has to do is rest once he gets here. But I have some cream cheese, some celery. I don't know if you can see them. Blueberries and strawberries. I have bratwurst, and then I have some pepperoni because the bratwurst just isn't quite enough protein and I don't want to. So the blueberries, strawberries, and celery are the slow carb. The protein is the bratwurst and the pepperoni, and then the cream cheese is the fat. I don't have any condiments at this time. But this is what I'm gonna eat. And I'm still drinking my water. I've already refilled it multiple times today. So that's what I'm having. I'm not going to bite into it yet because it's still really hot and I need to cut it up. But I hope you've enjoyed what I've made today. And we look forward to seeing you in the video next week. Bye.